High Toastmasters Club and Kuwait Toastmasters Club. The High Club is going to be represented by the captain of the team, Toastmaster Jabriya Public Library. Please stand up for the and his teammate is Toastmaster Fatima. Negative team is going to be represented by Kuwait Challengers. The captain of the team is Toastmaster Shaker. And his teammate is Toastmaster John Joseph. Their topic is, it's been resolved that laughter is really the medicine. The opening speech is going to be given by the captain of the affirmative team. Everybody please welcome Toastmaster Jabriya. I need to start my time. Go ahead.
We rise, ladies and gentlemen, in support of the proposition that is before you. The proposition that is before you is that laughter really is the medicine. Our teams have agreed on the terms that will be used throughout this debate and the definitions of those terms. Laughter is defined as the action of laughing, always consisting of a verbal sound. The medicine is defined as an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Really is defined as genuinely or in reality. Ladies and gentlemen, please note that medicine is not defined in the conventional manner in this debate. Throughout this debate, ladies and gentlemen, my teammates and I will be establishing the scientific basis for our belief that laughter truly is something that does have positive health benefits. We will be presenting many different analyses, over 200. In my hands here, you can see 3 different academic journals. They are Alternative Therapies, Complementary Therapies in Medicine, Witteria Nursing Journal. These are academic meta-analyses. These are an analysis of hundreds of different studies on this very subject. My teammate Fatan will be presenting also some evidence from other sources, such as the American Academy of Pediatrics, Palliative Care Association, the University of Michigan Medical School, and the Journal of Mental Health Counseling. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be speaking to the psychological benefits of laughter, and my teammate will be speaking to the physiological benefits of laughter. Here is a brief summary of the psychological benefits of laughter, and this is from the Alternative Therapies Journal. Again, this is an analysis of many different articles. First, laughter has positive effects on mood, stress, depression, and/or anxiety symptoms. Second, laughter is something that decreases psychotic symptoms. Third, laughter increases personal performance, personal efficacy, and coping abilities. Fourth, laughter improves quality of life, patient care, and well-being. Ladies and gentlemen, our case stands or falls on the basis of the science. We gladly embrace this. We place ourselves firmly on the science. Our case stands and falls on this. We do believe deeply, and you will at the end of this debate, that laughter truly does have positive health benefits. I yield now to cross-examination.
Moderator, judges, Toastmasters, and my worthy opponent. You were talking about the various academic analysis that you have that goes to prove your point. Now, all of them, when you mentioned a word was alternative medicine. Alternative therapy, alternative cure, they are not the mainstream cure. When you say the proposal today is laughter is really the medicine, it's not falsely the medicine, it is really the medicine. And when we talk about alternative cure by the same topic, that means you are contradicting yourself. Am I right?
No, absolutely not. I would refer you, sir, to the definition of the medicine. The medicine is defined as an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. So we could read this to say that laughter is an agent that is beneficial to a person's health.
But my question was not on the medicine, my question is underlining the word really. Really the medicine. That's what I was questioning you about.
I would refer you once again to our definition of the medicine, to which you agreed that it is an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. The scientific evidence is which is right here in my hands. More than 200 studies demonstrating that laughter has positive health benefits.
We are not talking about laughter or the medicine, we are talking about the word really. That's the most important thing.
I would refer you once again to our definition of the medicine, an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Let's look at this. Laughter really is an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. The evidence is before you, ladies and gentlemen. It's right here in my hands.
We will cross-examine the evidence as we proceed. Me and my colleague will proceed and we'll examine the evidences that you have, and we will also present counter evidence. Laughter is assumed to be beneficial to the human beings, but not always. Why? I'm going to prove to my worthy audience, my worthy opponent here, that laughter is not always beneficial. A person who has lost something dear to him, who is in utter despair, you put him in a chamber, ask him to inhale nitrous oxide. He will burst out laughing. Does it mean that he is healthy? Does it mean that his problem is solved? Does it mean that his health has been improved? No. Laughter can be induced by tickling. Laughter can be induced by so many other external stimuli. That doesn't mean that laughter is beneficial to a man's life or health. Now, I will also say that laughter, there are unpleasant laughters also. There are, if you see go to any mental health center, you will find the madman laughing. That is schizophrenic laughter. That doesn't mean he is very healthy. That doesn't mean it is a medicine, and that doesn't mean it helps him in any way. Laughter is a sign of psychosis. Laughter is a sign of sometimes excessive laughter can even lead to cataplexy and even death by asphyxiation. Heartbeat goes up from 250 beats per minute, and there are cases recorded of death by laughter. Now, so laughter is not always healthy.
Don't laugh.
I'm not saying don't laugh right now, but then laughter is not always healthy. Now, we have a problem here. A person comes with leukemia. He goes to the doctor. Doctor says, all tests says, I'm sorry you have leukemia. All you got to do is go home and laugh. A guy comes with a hand broken. Instead of putting a plaster, doctor says laughter. Does it solve the problem? Then, bleeding. He needs a transfusion. You cannot fill a bottle full of laughter and inject it into his arm. You need blood. I'm sorry. Laughter may be a therapy, alternate therapy, maybe whatever it is, but it is not really the medicine. And imagine a situation where somebody is suffering from an infection. Infection that he can pass on to somebody else. It requires real medicine. I underline the word real. Real medicine that cannot be solved by mere laughter. Sham mirth can say, lead you to so many difficulties. You can just laugh and say, I'm healthy, but that's only a practice.
Second affirmative, your cross-examination. 2 minutes.
Okay. Good evening, my fellow opponents. You have said that laughter is assumed to be a medicine. And you haven't given me a single piece of evidence to that. What's your proof for that?
We are saying that you have assumed it's a medicine based on what you are saying.
Okay, where is the evidence that negates that? Because you've given me a lot of nice talk, but I haven't heard a single evidence, a scientific data, research, a single piece of scientific evidence. You seem to claim that everything needs to rely on the variable really, which means in reality. What defines reality is science. And if you cannot give me a scientific evidence, you have no basis for your actual assumption.
I answered your question.
Go ahead and answer it. I'm waiting for it.
As I said, I come with a broken arm. I need plaster, not laughter.
Exactly. You seem to think that we are actually making some sort of a comparison. We haven't made any comparison, nor in the resolution statement, nor in our constructive speech. So why are you judging to that comparison to begin with? Plus, when you suggest that some sort of laughter is the evidence, the solution to everything, nothing in this whole wide world is a solution to every possible scenario out there. We're trying to prove that it's beneficial to the human being.
What is your question?
I'm actually asking you, what is your evidence? What are the basis for those statements that you're making?
I said a person suffering from leukemia does not get cured by laughter. A person who is having a heart attack does not get cured by laughter.
How is that? Where is the basis?
Tell me which doctor is doing it. I'd like to find that doctor
I'll
who can
actually
cure me
give
by
you right
laughter.
now the benefits in my constructive speech.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. And the other thing that you talked about schizophrenia. Now, schizophrenia is an exceptional case. Is that enough to actually overgeneralize, especially when you're talking about the overdosage of laughter? An overdosage of water can actually make you die. So an overdosage of laughter, of course, could make you die.
No.
Anything, if you overdose on it, can't actually be harmful. Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I stand before you to refute the argument my fellow opponent is saying that laughter is in nowhere a solution to the broken arm, to leukemia. He's trying to suggest that it doesn't solve any one of these hundreds of problems. And yet, he hasn't given me a single piece of evidence to that. First, he proposed a simply difficult to prove kind of argument because nothing in this whole wide world is a solution to every single medical problem out there. The statement we stand before has been clearly defined and agreed upon that the medicine means an agent. An is an article that refers to indefinite items. So any agent that's beneficial to our health is the medicine. And here the argument changes into whether our medicine is beneficial or not whether it's going to substitute other medical treatments. I'm going to here explain to you the physiological evidences and the results that laughter can have on our bodies based on well over 250 research papers done between the 1996 to 2014. These are the following findings based on the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Psychological Association, the Loma Linda University School of Allied Health, and University of Michigan Medical School. The results were found out to be that laughter increases your heart rate, improves your blood pressure and oxygen level. It actually improves your cardiovascular performance. Laughter actually works as a muscle relaxant. Yes, it works as a muscle relaxant. Another benefit of laughter you probably didn't know is that it actually increases the getting rid of the cortisol hormone in your body. Now you might know that according to our current lifestyle, we have a lot of stress. So we have an increased reduction of cortisol and epinephrine in our bodies, which gets to be stored because we're not finding the excess for that. And it turns into a toxic hormone. Laughter actually allows it to be released through urine, and it actually works as a detox format. Another benefit to laughter is the fact that it actually works with arthritis patients and asthmatic patients by increased anti-inflammatory cytokine levels. These are one of the many and endless benefits of laughter, my fellow Toastmasters. Please pay attention to what we're arguing about here, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions regarding the validity of these endless research data that has proven to be consistent well over 50 years. After you.
Negative will
my worthy opponent, who is speaking for laughter, moderator, judges, and dear audience, I was listening very keenly to your claims. First of all, you said the claims are not there. Many of the things what is told, there are claims, but we don't need claims for that any child can understand. Number one. Now, my question, you said laughter is an agent. Laughter, the reality is the medicine is an agent. I say, even if you put medicine, you put an agent, an. If you are sick, including you go for medicine or you go for laughter. 99% or 99.9 question is, do you take medicine for a sickness or you sit and laugh or ask the people to laugh?
Well, that statement is saying that laughter is a medicine, so of course I can sit and laugh. Laughter has proven to function the way antibiotics function by increasing the natural disease killer cells in our bodies, so of course it can help. And there are so many documentaries about it.
These are 250 studies over. There are over 2,500 studies or more even, not from 1966, from 1850 onwards, to prove that laughter is a nature. It is here. It is a study by British Medical Journal and Lancet Journal of Medicine.
You're saying there are more studies to prove the opposite.
Of course.
Where are they? And
British-
just because
I
I
said
use
British Medical
150
Journal
doesn't mean
studies are
this is
there.
all that there is out there. This is all the time allowed me to use.
This is the British Medical Journal, British BMJ, says that laughter is something to support, but
So you're
medicine
agreeing with
is
me as an agent.
Medicine is the agent. Medicine is the real agent.
You just agreed with me. Thank you very much.
You have 3 minutes for your speech.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Stress, overstress is medicine.
Now, how does it
With all the talks that we heard, all the people sitting here, when your child is sick, your parent is sick, God forbid, what happened? Still, sickness is part of our life. I work in the pharmaceutical industry for the last so many years. Will you take your child, your spouse, your parent to a doctor or to a laughing club when she or he is sick? The answer is there. It's in your eyes. We definitely, 100%, not 99, 100% go to a doctor. I don't think anyone will refute here, sitting over here in the audience, in this auditorium. Second thing, have you heard of placebo? Something called placebo? Placebo is something like medicine, an inert material, which is given in laboratory studies, in clinical trials, to give it to the patients to assess the actual work of a medicine. Placebo doesn't act, but psychologically think that patient is taking medicine. From there, we assume the result, come to the result, conclude the result, medicines, this is what percentage. Laughter is a placebo. Placebo has no value. It has only a laboratory value. Laughter. And laughter and smiling, people say, increase your face value. Not your sickness. It may improve our depression or stress. How many people suffer from depression in this world? Maybe only few million. We have 6 hospitals in Kuwait. How many psychiatric hospitals in Kuwait? 1. If it is depression relieving, And people are more suffering from depression. Why not have 12 hospitals here? Psychiatry hospitals. One. Not many. Ladies and gentlemen, laughter, as say they, an agent. But medicine, the agent, which will cure your sickness if you are able to sit here because of some of the medicines that taken when you are sick. Yes or no?
Yes.
That's it.
Done?
Good evening, John. Where in our proposition, according to the definitions on which we mutually decided, does it say that laughter can prevent or cure diseases? Where does it say that?
It is not the definition. The speech that you made, it is an agent which can relieve the...
Where is it in the definition, sir?
Not the definition, in the speech. I
Where
am
is it in the
processing
definition?
and mentioning of the speech.
Where is it in the definition?
It is in the speech.
According to
I said in the speech.
would you agree then?
Yes.
Would you agree then
Huh?
that I'd like to hear again the definition of the medicine from you. Let's hear it, please.
The medicine is something purposely, pinpointedly given to anyone, whether it is human or animal.
I have the definition of the medicine right here from the emails that passed between us. The action of laughing. Could you read that for us, please?
You can read that.
The action of laughing. The action of laughing, always consisting, or excuse me, an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. The medicine, an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Now, tell me where I'm
What's your
missing
question?
something here. My question is, where does it suggest in this that laughter prevents or cures diseases?
In the definition I mentioned, there is a meaning, really the medicine. I'm talking about the medicine here.
Now, as it is defined by us, laughter is an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Where is that? How do you put that all together?
I'm not saying an agent benefit to health. I'm saying medicine is the pinpointed one. I'm not saying laughter is the pinpointed one. Medicine is the pinpointed one. That is my answer.
You also said we don't need claims to support our point. That was something that you said earlier. Are you discounting the importance of science? Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in a spirited, exciting, and civil debate. Our opposing team has argued for many things. They have argued from the vantage point that laughter is something that can be used, that we are arguing that laughter is something that can be used in the place of a doctor. This has not been our position from the start. This has not been our position from the mutual definitions that we have decided. We have highlighted this right from the start throughout this debate. Again, I want to draw your attention to the definition of the medicine. The medicine, an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Laughter is an agent that is beneficial to a person's health. Can anybody deny that? Certainly we've highlighted that we do not believe necessarily that laughter is to be used instead of other treatments. Our own teammates have actually said that laughter is something that can be used as a supportive treatment, and we have highlighted that also. Again, I want to speak to the psychological benefits of laughter. To reiterate, this is according to more than 20 different academic research journals. It has effects on mood, stress, depression, and or anxiety symptoms. It has effects on psychotic symptoms and actually decreases them. It increases personal performance, personal efficacy, and coping abilities. It improves quality of life, patient care, and well-being. According to my distinguished colleague Fatan, the physiological benefits of laughter are that it increases immune defenses. It decreases toxic excesses of cortisol and epinephrine. It relaxes muscles. It improves organ defenses. It increases cardiovascular function. Ladies and gentlemen, we have provided a massive amount of research data to support this. given the definitions that we have decided on with our worthy opponents, and given the massive amounts of research and empirical data that are before you, you can see that laughter truly is an agent that has a positive and beneficial health benefit effects. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in offering your support for our resolution by clapping at this time. Thank you.
You have 3 minutes for this submission.
We have come to a place right now within the debate where we have to decide whether they are right or we are right. I'm not going to argue much about all the 250 reports that they quoted all the time. They didn't show even one report. Well, let's not go to that. I'll ask you 2-3 simple questions. Depression. They say laughter cures depression. Laughter helps ease depression. The number of patients in the world suffering from depression, estimated by World Health Organization, is 350 million. Okay? But cardiovascular function. Number of people suffering, number 1 killer in the world. Number 1 killer in the world is heart disease. How many people suffer? 17.5 million people. All they had to do was laugh. Why the hell did they have to get a heart attack and go die? Simple. Then we come to toxic waste. You drink a lot of water, all your toxic waste will come out. Stop smoking, stop drinking, you don't even inhale toxic waste. Simple. You don't have to laugh to get your toxic waste out. Don't take toxic waste in the first place. Laugh if you want to, but not as a toxic waste remover. And then, let them cure one disease by laughter. The name of the disease, which was found out in 2008, is called gelatophobia. Now you'll ask, what is gelatophobia? It's not a fear of jelly beans or gelato. It is fear of laughter. It is a proven disease. In 2008, it was found out that there is a disease called gelatophobia. Whenever a person suffering from gelatophobia hears someone laughing, he gets angry. He gets upset. He thinks that this man is laughing at me, like how Jeremy is laughing now. I'm a gelatophobe. I think they're laughing at me in a bad way. In a terrible way. You're putting me down. Oh, doctor, I need medicine. I don't need laughter. How do you cure gelatophobia? And it is a recognized disease. Now, arthritic. He says arthritic, asthmatic. I have back pain. I have knee pain. I laugh a lot, but I still have the pain. Stress at workplace. This is the best. The boss comes and says, Jeremy, you are not been up to the mark. If you don't increase your performance, I'm going to fire you. What you do? Your stress is relieved, but you get fired at the same time.